Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the all-new Blaze 4:20 a.m. We are lit 1 minute after the hour. And we're fortunate right now to bring to you the man, the myth, the legend. Put your hands together from JKJ Processing. Our good friend and family, John, is in the building, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up, Brother John? How are you, good sir?
Oh, I'm blessed. I woke up above the ground today, so I'm blessed.
You know what, brother? As long as we put that 1 foot on the ground, we got a chance to do something, don't we?
That's your goal in life. You wake
Absolutely.
If your eyes open, you put that foot on the ground. Your question should be, whose life am I going to change today?
I like that, man. I like that. And of course, we know that you've done plenty of life-changing things throughout your life, man. You've lived an exemplary life. You're doing great things for the community, and we're going to jump off into all of those things. But right now, man, you had the shindig, the soiree, the party of the year. What was the business? What was the haps, the going downs at Raised in Days, man? Tell the family a little bit about that.
It was basically a big gathering of like-minded individuals that came from all over the United States to see what Oklahoma was about, and we threw an event that was probably one for the ages, where vendors and sponsors came together from all over the United States just to sit and chat and talk about the industry and the medicinal benefits. We met so many patients from all over the United States that this plant has helped get off of opioids and stuff like that. So it was just a blessed event. Dab Stars were the main guys, and then us, JKJ Processing and High Low Vibes. And
That's right.
It was just an event that was just, it was, I was humbled by the outpouring of support and the amount of people that showed up. It was just a great chill session.
It really was, man. It looked like just an absolutely outstanding event. Now, John, will this be something that will happen on a continual basis, a yearly basis? What's the plan with that going forward?
Well, it's funny you should ask, because I just got off the phone with them, and it looks like we are going to be planning an end of summer bash with the Dab Stars. So this might be something that happens a couple times a year here in the state of Oklahoma. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Outstanding, man. And once again, we're ground zero for the weed capital of the world. It's happening right here in Oklahoma, 4 minutes after the hour. You're listening to Blaze 4:20 a.m. and we're lit. And we're on with the owner and CEO of JKJ Processing. Now, John, before we jump off into your processing business and edibles and all those great things, tell the family a little bit about who you are. And you have a very, very extensive history in the food service industry.
Yeah, so a little bit about myself. My name is John. My last name is Koumbis, but what a lot of people don't know is my birth name is Yanni. My real dad was Greek, and he was an immigrant from Greece. So my real dad was a master chef. He cooked for the likes of Dom DeLuise, Burt Reynolds, John F. Kennedy, Jackie Onassis. The list goes on and on. And that's where I really got my love and passion for cooking. I am not a school-trained chef. I am a chef by learning from my dad, by working in his restaurants all up and down the East Coast and stuff. So, and then my mom got remarried to a gentleman in the Navy, and we traveled around the states with his career. And, I learned how to adapt and make new friends everywhere I went and stuff. And went to college at Oklahoma State for hotel restaurant management. Got picked up halfway through my college career by El Chico to become their corporate trainer and open new stores. So I traveled around the country with El Chico, and then I made the switch to Applebee's, and so I traveled around the States with Applebee's as well, being their kitchen manager and their trainer and stuff. And then here we are today. I've been married
Wow.
to my wife for 14 years, and
Outstanding.
you know,
Hey, well, you know
I
what,
just
man?
love it.
So definitely, without a doubt, you are not new to it. You are absolutely true to it. You've been putting it down in this food service industry for quite some time. So that brings us a great segue to jump off into JKJ Processing, the premier processing company in the state of Oklahoma, and quite frankly, one of the best in the entire country, man. Tell the family how that came about, because this thing here is outrageously intense with some of the products that you have, and I'm so excited to talk about this with you, man. So tell us about JKJ Processing.
Yeah. So when 788 passed, I told my wife that I wanted to process, because one of the big issues when 788 passed was inconsistency in product. And being a patient myself, that's the worst thing you can have, is an inconsistent product. I mean, we strive to make sure that every single thing we make is consistent, proper dosage for the patients. So I told my wife, I'm like, listen, I understand food. I get food. I want to process medicine for the patients through my culinary gift. And she said, okay, but you need to do something that nobody else does. Stand out in this state and make a name for yourself. So that's when JKJ started. My wife told me, she said, make something that nobody else makes. So I believe, I can't find anybody else, I am the only freeze-dried infuser in the United States. So I do freeze-dried infusion.
And one of the great things about that, John, it's freeze-dried. And when you think about things that have a long shelf life, or you have products that have, some longevity, they normally will have tons and tons of process and unnatural ingredients, and quite frankly, they don't taste good. But that doesn't happen with your good stuff, does it?
No. So I'm a diabetic, so I try to make stuff that is healthy ways for patients to medicate, because our market in Oklahoma is a sweet market. So people love the brownies, the cookies, the Rice Krispie treats, and stuff like that. So what I do in my freeze-dried infusion is I do apples, bananas, and pineapples. And then when peach season is up, I do freeze-dried peaches. But all of those that I make are all solvent-free, full spectrum. There's no additives, no preservatives. The only sugar you're going to get from that product is the natural sugar from the actual fruit.
Sure.
Plus, what edible out there has a 10-year shelf life?
None.
Mine.
None.
That's it.
None. Oh, yeah, exactly. Mine. Yours. That's right. Only yours. Yeah. That's right, man. That's right.
Yeah, so all the freeze-dried stuff has a 10-year shelf life. So you can sit it down in your storm shelter. You can put it in your pantry.
That's right.
You can put it in your zombie apocalypse.
All the Walking Dead fans, this is for you guys. This is for you. All you Walking Dead fans, this is for you.
Yeah, so it's a great staple for patients because it's shelf stable. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, you have another product too that I just learned today actually had a 10-year shelf life, and it is another industry standard, an industry leader. None exist in the entire country except right here at JKJ Processing. Man, tell them about the frostbites, man. Let them get that cold rush of air, them good frostbites biting on them.
Yeah. So when I make stuff, I think of patients. I think of, what a lot of people probably don't know is that the majority of patients in the state of Oklahoma are over the age of 55. So I think about them like, okay, how can they medicate like a healthy 21-year-old medicates or an 18-year-old medicates? Well, gummies. Gummies are the number one uh, edible out there on medicating.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, people with bad teeth, no teeth, dentures, mouth problems, they can't chew. So what I did is I threw my medicated gummies in the freeze dryer, and it worked. So that's where frostbites are. So frostbites are good for the elderly because all you do is you take one, put it in your mouth, set it on your tongue, and it dissolves. There's no chewing involved. And what's great about it also is it kind of changes it from an edible, because when you eat an edible, it goes through your digestive tract. So with the frostbites, because they dissolve in your mouth, they're almost like a sublingual, to where your body is absorbing them a lot quicker because it's not going through your digestive tract. So
Certainly.
frostbites, 10-year shelf life gummy. It's crazy. I love them. People love them. It's nuts.
Speaking of nuts, you have an outstanding product, Trail Mix. It has 60 milligrams of THC, man. Quite effective. Tell the family about some of your other products that you have in the processing house there, JKJ, man, because I thought with something like this that it would be really limited, but you have quite a list of products that you offer to the cannabis community.
Yeah, so Trail Mix was another invention that I decided to come up with. Solvent-free, full spectrum, freeze-dried. So you just put it in your backpack, on the go, going on a hike, going on a bike ride. Just put some in your hand and throw it in your mouth, and you're going to stay elevated. You're going to stay nice, calm, cool, collective, a good high for the whole time you're out and about. And that's what's different about us, is like we think about, okay, what do people do every day? How can we help them medicate every day to where it's not like obvious, where they're pulling out some flour, putting it in a pipe. So Trail Mix, Party Mix, Sesame Sticks, Wasabi Peas. The list goes on and on. I mean, everybody tells me, they're like, man, your menu is too big. And I'm like, no. Every single patient just doesn't want to eat brownies, Rice Krispie treats, cookies.
That's right.
And stuff like that. So I give them options.
That's right. JKJ Processing is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. 14 minutes after the hour. You're in tune to Blaze 4:20 a.m. and we are lit. Now, John, you have quite a few events coming up, man, where you're going to display the awesome culinary skills that you possess. You're going to be doing some cooking all down at the ranch, at the resort. Going to be doing some big things. Tell us about that, man.
Yeah, so I was contacted by Hampton Heights, which is a 420 friendly resort.
That's right.
And they asked me if I wanted to be the celebrity chef for Friday and Saturday, to where I will be cooking for the guests. On Friday night, it's called Welcome to the South, so we'll do a little Southern barbecue.
Oh, wow.
And then on Saturday, it's Italian feast, where we'll be doing manicotti and fettuccine Alfredo with chicken.
Wow.
And then the guests, they go and they purchase infused items from the dispensary, and they bring them and they infuse it. So it's going to be a great thing. I'm honored and humbled that they trust me and have faith in me to be their chef for the weekend. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's really, really an awesome atmosphere, man. And I'm sure people are going to be looking forward to that event. Now, are they able to attend this? Can they buy tickets or, make reservations or something to attend this? How can they be a part of this event?
So it's sold out.
Okay.
They sold every cabin and every ticket.
Wow.
So it is sold out. But we'll be coming back on 4:20 a.m. The Blaze with the new dates that they'll be booking me in the future. So we'll make sure that we get that out there.
Sure.
It's really weird. Who would have thought Oklahoma? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought it? Who would have thought Oklahoma, land of the red men, the 405, the 580, and the 918 is standing up effectively, appropriately, energetically, doing their thing with a 420 swing. Who would have thought it? We are ground zero. We are the weed capital of the world. Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is Oklahoma. And what's even harder to believe, John, about this really is we broke the national sales record for cannabis sales in a month, and quite frankly, it wasn't even close. We shattered the record, and not only for medicinal marijuana, recreational and we shattered California, Vegas, Washington, Colorado. That to me is just unbelievable. And of course, you spoke about earlier how we just did big things as far as all of the sales that were going down during the COVID crisis, which is still obviously in effect right now. But yeah, man, just unbelievable. Oklahoma.
It's crazy that other states are going to use our platform the way we did it.
Our model,
they're going to model theirs after Oklahoma's.
Absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, supposedly.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man. But of course, when you think about the makeup of OMMA and the great companies that they have, over 5,000 cannabis companies in this state, there's none finer, none more innovative, none more instrumental, more important, more effective, and more needed than JKJ Processing. You're right at the forefront of all of this, man. So, I mean, when we talk about these things, you should take a bow and be proud, man. You have an outstanding kitchen. You have a great staff, great team members, man, who are really, really loyal to you. And in turn, you're very, very loyal to them. You do great things for your employees. You're very, very supportive of them. And I pay attention to all of the comments and the great feedback that they give you, and they absolutely love JK. They say, JK all day, he's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can.
That's right. I appreciate all of them. They're all hard workers.
That's right, man. Well, John,
they are very loyal.
Well, it's great, man, because you're a great gentleman and very, very personable. Being in the military, it really gave you just some skills, man, that a lot of people don't have. You have adaptability. You can move and throughout various circles very, very effectively, man. And that's going to make the great show that we have coming to the cannabis community called Beyond the Smoke. Yeah, put your hands together one more time. John and I are actually working and thinking and brainstorming about this show that we can call Beyond the Smoke. It's going to be a reoccurring docu-series, a reoccurring show series that will really focus about the educational aspects of the plant. You had some great ideas, John, that you were wanting to get out to the cannabis community.
Yeah, so I'm super stoked about this series, this continuing education show called Beyond the Smoke, because I think that's going to be big is education. Like, we have to educate people that it's not about just smoking marijuana. It's about how is this plant helping people? How is it healing people? So what we're tossing around, you and I, is, I want to go visit the grows, talk to the growers, talk to the other processing companies in the state, talk to bud tenders at dispensaries, and bring some patients on the show and let them give their testimonial about how they've been on opioids for 20, 30 plus years and how this plant has set them free. So I'm super excited about that. Like you said, we're going to have people on the show that are going to educate, that are going to break down terp profiles. They're going to break down everything that needs to be broken down when it comes to how this plant helps people. So I'm super stoked for Beyond the Smoke, dude. You have no idea.
John, I think we're going to be, we have an opportunity to really, really make some effective changes and bring about some great thinking and of an evolving thought process, if you will, about this plant, because for whatever reason, it has a really, really negative stigma. I think that has a lot to do with the criminalization of the plant. And we're going to delve off into that feet first. We're going to have some conversations that are going to be powerful, effective, and some that you, quite frankly, won't hear anywhere in the world. It's going to happen right here. John, it's been various accounts of really not 50 and 60, elderly patients who are 80 and 90 years old, who are rubbing the cream and stuff on their knees, who are feeling better and having less pain than they've ever felt in their life, taking medicine that they go to the doctor to get. I've heard numerous testimonials about this, man.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, dude, we're going to do things that nobody else is doing. We're going to ask those questions. We're going to sit down at the round table with preachers, pastors, reverends. We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna break that stigma of like what you said, the criminalization of marijuana is a huge stigma. And we're gonna ask those tough questions. We're gonna go where nobody wants to go, and we're gonna ask the church, why are you against a plant that God made? And we're going to break that stigma. That is my goal. My goal is to get a round table with you, other leaders in this industry, and find out how do we bridge that gap between church and marijuana. How many people in the church, Carl, need this medicine?
Wow, a lot,
you know
brother.
What I mean?
And quite frankly, John, let's just keep it 100. Let's just be real, man. There are people right now in the church who are using this plant effectively right now. They are, but they don't tell anybody because of the stigma and because of the negative connotation that's associated with it.
Yeah, it's like you're preached all your life. I grew up Assembly of God. We went to church 3 times a week, twice on Sunday, and it was preached, don't lie, don't lie, don't lie.
Sure.
But the church doesn't want to know that you're smoking marijuana because you can't sleep at night, or that you're chewing on a gummy because you have suicidal anxiety, but this gummy helps you level yourself out. The church doesn't want to know that. I've got people that I know that are in church, that are pastors of churches, that eat edibles, but they do it in the closet. So it's time to break that closet door open.
That's
and
right,
with your
man.
help, we're going to do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune to Blaze 420 AM, 24 minutes after the hour. We have been on with the premier processing plant in the entire country. John, what would you like to say to the community before we end this interview? But before we do, sir, please give everybody all of your contact information, social media, email, etc., so they can get in touch with JKJ Processing and some of those great products that you have to offer.
Yeah, so you can call me or text me on my cell phone. My number is 405-606-9711. You can go to my Instagram, which is JKJ Processing Inc. You can go to my Facebook, which is John's Kitchen, JOHN 'S Kitchen. Instagram is my go-to, so anybody can contact me on Instagram. And then obviously my cell phone. That's something that nobody else does in Oklahoma as well, is every single package that goes out of my kitchen has my personal cell phone number on it.
That is really, really big, ladies and gentlemen. Man, that is outstanding, John. For you have a company the size that you have and moving as much product as you are, and for individuals not have to go through a process or some sort of lint and fill out some kind of long sheet of paper or a long email. They can call the owner, the CEO, directly. Dig that with a shovel. That's heavy as a Chevy, man. That's big time, John. That is really big time, man. You're laying it on the line, and you're providing transparency for your company. Hey, we have nothing to hide. We have nothing you should be afraid of. That's big, John. That's really, really big, man. I don't know of any company that does that.
I don't think there is anyone. I do it for the patients. That way, if a patient has a question,
sure,
dude, What other company, Price Pfizer, all those drug companies, these patients in Oklahoma, they buy my product.
Sure.
They dial that number. Guess who answers the phone? The owner of JKJ, the guy that orchestrates it and makes the product.
The man, the myth, the legend.
What better way to treat your patient?
That's right, man. You're doing an outstanding job, John. Of course, man, we appreciate you. You're an absolute giant in the Oklahoma cannabis community and the cannabis community at large, for that matter. The Blaze 420 AM family is looking very, very much to the continued progress and growth that we have with your great company. For those who don't know, this interview will happen with JKJ Processing every single month. Also, you can hear it again when you're doing your thing. You can check it out on Blaze 420 AM. Again, it'll be dropped right into the station. Also, we're going to be doing a commercial advertising and putting out the great products at JKJ. So be on the lookout. John, what do you have for the Blaze 420 family, man?
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Much love to everybody. Remember, positivity. If you're positive, everything around you is going to be positive. So much love from me, my crew, my family. I am humbled. Everything else, stay elevated, be blessed.
Right on, right on. Ladies and gentlemen, 27 minutes after the hour, this is Blaze 420 AM. It's your boy, the Green-Eyed Bandit. We're back to the music. Keep it locked in. Blaze 420 AM, and we lit.